ladies, it's your girl Shay back with another video. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, hi. Today we are going to be talking about the 24 books I want to read by the end of 2024. And yes, I know we only have like 2 months left in 2024. This is very ambitious, but these are 24 books that I would like to get to by the end of 2024 if I can. If not, oh well. So we're going to start off first with the books I do not own, so that I can just cross it off my list. So the first book is The X-Files. I'm currently reading You with a View, and I am loving it. So I really want to read The X-Files by the same author, Jessica Joyce, I believe is her name. And I just feel like I'm gonna love it. So I'm definitely gonna try to read that before this year's over. Like for sure expect that book to be read either in a vlog or be talked about in a wrap up, because I want to read it so bad. Next we have Half a Soul. I want to read Half a Soul so bad. It just seems like a good book, and I just want to see what it's about, what the hype is all about. And then next is Quicksilver. Quicksilver, I want to read. I've been hearing people talk about it, and I want to experience it for myself. I tried to get it on my Kindle, but let me tell you a little secret. My Kindle Unlimited went out. So I wasn't able to get it on Kindle. So I'm going to just buy the paperback because I want it anyway. So I'm going to eventually buy it. Next, we have Good Girl, Bad Blood. That's the second book in the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. And I read the first one, and I fell in love with it. It was a 5-star, so I definitely want to read it. I want to read the second one and figure out where we're going from the end of that book, because I heard some people say that the end of the second book has like really nothing to do with the first book. So I want to see like what direction we take and what happens in the second book. But I heard the third book kind of wraps back to what happened in the first book. So I just really want to read that whole series, try to finish it. But if not the whole series by the end of this year, just at least the second book. And then I want to read The Ministry of Time. I started that book, but my hold at the library, I had to turn it in. So I want to just buy it for myself because I was like loving it. And I want to annotate it anyway, so I'm going to get it. And if you haven't heard about it, it's a time travel book. And I've never read a time travel book before. But that one just was so good. Like, the little bit that I was able to read, I already knew I was going to love that book. So I cannot wait to get it and read it. Next, we have Phantasma. I want to read Phantasma so bad. Sarah Caroli, she read it, and she is the reason I want to read it. Now I just really want to read it. Like, I don't know. She can influence me to read any book. If she says it's good, I trust that it's going to be good. I think we have kind of similar tastes. So if she says it's good, honey, it's good to me. But now let's get into all the books that I physically own, because I need to get some books off my TBR. So the first one is The Cruel Prince. I am scared to read this one because I've heard people say it was really good, and I just watched somebody say it wasn't the best. So I want to read it and see what it's about. I've never read the back. I have no idea what it's even remotely about. So I'm going in completely blind. Never heard any, like, I've heard people say if it was good or bad, but they haven't really explained what the premise of the book is, so I have no idea. The next one is In the Likely Event, and I believe it was like a plane crash or something to do with something going wrong with the plane while they were on the plane. So I'm kind of nervous to read it, but then again, it kind of is intriguing and I really want to read it. I think that's what happened. Yeah, so I want to see what it's about. I want to see if it's sad. I heard that this author, Rebecca Yarrow, I heard One Last Letter, I think is what it's called. And I have another book by her, The Things We Leave Unfinished. I actually want to read that one too. But I heard that it's really sad. So I feel like she's a sad author. And I don't know how I feel about sad books. But the next book we're going to talk about, I know for sure it's a tearjerker. The Nightingale. everybody raves about this book, and I want to read it so bad. I want to be able to say I read it, but I am so intimidated by this book. It's so thick, and everybody, literally everybody, cries reading this book, and I don't know if I can handle tears. I just don't know, but I really, really, really want to read it. Like, I feel like November is the month for me to try to pick this up, but I might not, because another book in here I will talk about in a little bit, I am reading in November, so maybe in December I'll pick this one up. I don't know, it don't get fall to me anyways, it gives more winter time, so probably probably December I'll pick it up. I want to annotate when I pick it up, so I want to be able to take my time through it. So this is going to be something that'll probably take me like the whole month to read, just so I can really take my time reading it, but also read other books in the middle of it to have kind of a refresher, so that I'm not over there crying every day. The next book is Orphan Train. I picked this up at a library sale, and I have no idea what it's about, but it looks so good. I want to read it. I read a little bit of the blurb but it wasn't really giving me any explanation of what it could be about. But I feel like it's another book that I might want to annotate. I feel like it's going to be a deeper book, and I've been looking for deeper books, so I'm really excited to pick this one up and get into it whenever I do. The next one is The Vanishing Half. This one is about two sisters. One passes for white and she lives her life as a white person, and the other one doesn't, and she has to stay where she's at and live her life there and like go through like challenges and stuff. I believe, I don't know the exact premise of it, but I believe that's what it is. It's sisters that kind of took two different routes in life, and this is another one where I feel like it might be something that I'm gonna want to annotate, but I don't know. I'm not a big annotated girl, but I do want to get into it, so hopefully these books are good to annotate. But this is one that I really want to pick up, maybe next month or maybe the month after. The month after, I don't know. One that I'm really excited about is Iron Flame. I read Fourth Wing earlier this year, and I really want to read Iron Flame because Onyx something is coming out, the third book, and I want to kind of read them close together, and I think it's coming out soon. So I want to read this one because it wasn't too long ago that I read Fourth Wing, so I still remember some of the stuff that happened. So I really want to get into this one and hop back into that world and that relationship and all of that good stuff. So this is another one that I would like to pick up, but it is a chunky book, so I don't know. I might not pick it up soon, but hopefully I pick it up. I hope. If not, oh well. And then, shouting out a new video. So I just recorded today a scavenger hunt a scavenger hunt video, and I did it in the bookstore, and whatever book I chose I got to buy. So the book that I bought and that I'm going to read for that video is An Ember in the Ashes, and I'm so excited because I literally been wanting to read this for so long. Like I said, Sarah picked it up, she loved it, but I think I've seen like 5 people altogether read this book and obsess about it. Like, I am so excited to get into this. I'm so happy this was the winner of the challenge in the book that I had to pick up because I wanted to read this so bad. Like, this was already on my like to buy list and all of that, and I was just able to be like, well, it's already a book I'm looking forward to reading, so might as well pick it up now and read it. So I'm going to actually be starting this one today, so I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to cross off one book off of my 24 books that I want to finish by 2024. By the end of 2024. So that's kind of crazy to me, but I'm also very, very excited. So yeah, so we got An Ember in the Ashes. I have no idea what it's about. Like, they talk about it, but I like to skip through when people talk about books that I'm interested in, only because I don't like to know what's going on in the book. Most books I let you go in blind. The next book is Scythe, which I've been wanting to read for a good minute now. I just never picked it up, and I finally picked it up when Target was having their buy 2 get 1 free sale. So I hope to get to it before the year ends. If not, oh well. But I believe this is about a world of people who cannot die, but there's people who are authorized to kill off other people. So they go through and they kill people, but other than them killing people, people cannot die. I think. I don't know. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But I think that's kind of like the premise of it. At least a little bit of it. But I don't know. Next we have Hidden Pictures. And I definitely want to try to read this. I wanted to try to read this in October, but we're already like 18 days in. Yeah, it's the 18th. I don't know if I'm going to pick this up before this month ends. But I might. If I do, you'll probably see it in a reading vlog. But I don't know. I might not. Most of these books I did want to pick up in October, but I haven't really been picking up books that I've been wanting to like really pick up. I've been kind of just mood reading, whatever. Next is Billy Summers, and I got this from a bookstore, a used bookstore, and I am so excited to read it. I've never read a Stephen King book, and I want to, and either this one or The Outsider is going to be the first one, but I hope it's this one because I want to read this one before the year ends. I don't care if I read The Outsider or not, but it's just really thick. A lot of these books are really thick, which is the only reason why I haven't got to them, because I have so many books that I'm trying to read for videos and it don't go well. So the next one is My Dark Vanessa, which Gina Lillian, I think it's her name, she started to read this and said she couldn't finish it because of like the things that was going on in it. She just couldn't finish it. I really want to try it, but I'm a little scared, so I don't know. And then we have two that I will definitely be reading in December. In December, I am going to be doing like a Christmas reading video where I try to read like 7 Christmas books in 7 days. Or something of the sorts. Something where I can read a lot of Christmas books. So the first one is The Holiday Swap. I really want to read it because it reminds me of the Princess Switch that I watched, a movie. And pretty much people, I think they're sisters, I think they're twin sisters, they have to switch places because one get injured or something like that. Yeah, and it just sounds so good, and the premise kind of reminds me of a movie that I love to watch during Christmas time every year. So I can't wait to read this, and it's short, so I'm sure I could read it within like 2 days. So yeah, I'm really excited about that one. And then we have 3 Holidays and a Wedding, and I want to read this so bad because I got it when I took a trip to Chicago. My fiance bought it for me, and so I really want to read it because I mean, she bought it for me out of town and I haven't picked it up yet. So I hope I get to it this Christmas time. And then this is the book that I'm going to be reading next month for sure because it's part of a book club. It's the book club pick that I'm a part of, and it's The Woman. If you know Delaney, she has her own Patreon book club, and this is the book that was chosen for her book club for next month, and I am reading along with her, and I got the special edition version of it, so I'm excited. I hope this come off. Yep, the Book of the Year sticker come off. And yeah, so this is the one I'm gonna read for sure of Krista Hanna next month. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do The Nightingale and The Woman, but maybe I can do The Woman next month and The Nightingale in December. But who knows? I don't know. And then we're down to our last 4. So next we have Wild Eyes, and I loved Wild Love. Yeah, I loved Wild Love so bad. I loved it down, and I made sure to get the edges to match. Like I had to. It was no ifs, ands, or buts. But I loved it, and I feel like I'm gonna love this because it's the brother of the main girl in the first one. And I loved his scenes in there in the first book. So I just feel like Elsie Silver, she did her thing with the first one. I feel like I'm gonna love the second one too. I hope I do, which is why I haven't picked it up, because I'm scared that I'm not gonna like it, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna be sad. But I think I'm gonna like it. Next we got Desperate Measures, which I just picked up the other day, but it looks so good that it made it to the top of my list, and it sounds good. And I really just want to see what it's about. And it's not that long, so it's like 300 pages. I think it's going to be a good book. And I can't wait to read it. So yeah. This is another book I want to read. And now for our last 2, we have Belladonna, which I've been meaning to pick up for the longest. I keep looking at it to pick it up and then I just don't pick it up. And I really do want to read it, so I hope I can get it done by the end of this year. But who knows? Who knows? I have no, and then I don't even remember what it's about. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. And then next we have Caraval, which I do intend on reading this month. So hopefully I can actually do what I want to do. But next is Caraval. This is the final book that I want to pick up for this year. And I believe I will be starting it soon, but I don't know for sure. But I think I am. I'm not sure what it's about though. A lot of these books I just pick up because other book talkers and booktubers recommend them. And I like to just like recommendations and stuff. So sometimes a lot of books I don't know. And sometimes I pick up books from like free little libraries that I have no idea if I would even like, that I've never seen anybody talk about. But sometimes I like to have things that nobody else really talk about because the hype books don't always be the best. But I'm hoping these ones are good because I've been in a really slumpy mood, and hopefully I can knock down these 24 books in the next 2 months. I mean, I feel like if I put my mind to it, I could do it. You know what I mean? I feel like if I put my mind to it, I could get these done. But we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and let me know if you found any books that you're interested in reading. Maybe we could buddy read them together. But yeah, without further ado, I'm going to end this video off here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn on your post notifications so you can see every time I post. Like, you don't want to miss a new video. You don't want to miss it. You know what I mean? So yeah. Love you.